way to gain control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet would be to completely divide them from the love within themselves. As soon as they are old enough to begin creating an understanding of who they are, force them into a system that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as normal. Confuse them about their own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness. Require their daily attendance at an institution that makes them focus only on the information that is provided. Make them attend that institution from age 5 until an adult and repeatedly test them on the information so that it becomes their truth. Give them an explanation to everything so that they never have a chance to make their own assumptions of the world. Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes that of their authorities. Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them tragedies on the news so that they live in fear and think the worst of one another. Convince them that their species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator. Tell them that their kind is as smart as they've ever been so that they don't question the integrity of the system that they're in. Provide them idols with artificial beauty and use them as examples of what it is to look perfect so that they are never content with their own appearance and can't help but to compare themselves amongst each other. Create addictive digital platforms that rank them by numbers so that they base their self-worth off of the amount of followers that they have and are never satisfied. Build a society around them in which those who have money benefit and those who don't fail. Make money their main focus, but make it so difficult to accumulate that they remain in a place of constant struggle, forced to dedicate the majority of their time to the system that made it this way. Tax them in every way possible, but tell them that it's for their own benefit so that they don't think twice about paying it. Take so much of their time and energy throughout the week, but give them 2 days to themselves so that they feel a sense of reward and don't fight back. Promote the consumption of poison in every social setting so that even on those 2 days, they remain disconnected from themselves and each other. Pump their food with excess sugars and addictive chemicals, but make it cheap, advertised, and easily accessible so that they never stop consuming. When their food makes them ill, prescribe them medication that only masks the symptoms so that they become dependent on it every day. Charge them so much money for healthcare so that they stay in a constant loop of consuming, medicating, and working. Cause chaos amongst them and blame it on a group of their own so that they form judgmental stereotypes. Turn them against each other in so many ways so that even if they were to connect on one, they would still be divided by another.
I have to say this has been so deeply disturbing on a number of levels. And what we have seen today is what we've been seeing this entire Congress, which is an effort by my Republican colleagues and indeed some of the more extreme voices in the Republican Party to keep Americans on a treadmill of rage. Whatever the latest issue is that they want people to be angry about, they do their best to keep Americans on a treadmill of rage. And they get their Fox or Newsmax or whatever right-wing media outlet of the moment is, they get their viewers, they get a clip from this hearing that gets displayed, it gets put on Twitter, and they make money. That's what all of this is all about, unfortunately.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design.
So this is what is truly happening. The fear is that they are losing control to control their citizens. That's what everyone should be opening their eyes to at this point. Like, who cares about TikTok? Who cares about whatever? It's not about that you guys can talk to each other and unite. It's the fact that they're not going to be able to control you anymore. They have literally said this in their news segments. They said this in the Congress when they're speaking. They're upset and confused and wonder if China can influence their citizens, because what they're not saying, that's their job. That's America's job. That's why it's really difficult to get into the entertainment industry, because the entertainment industry has access to everyone's attention. And so they can filter what goes through the entertainment industry that will go through to you to influence you to do certain things.
Right.
That is the point of ads in America. That is the point of marketing. They use manipulation tactics, and then media manipulate you into wanting these things or thinking you need these things. So then people go to these people, rather it's Google ads, whoever, the media, the network, commercials. They pay for commercials, they pay for ads to keep their businesses running. I have a bachelor's degree in journalism, and when I used to write for journalism back in the day when it wasn't online, that is how we kept our papers going, was through advertisement. So for anyone who doesn't know what pays for your television shows, it is your commercials. TikTok took that shit away the moment people started realizing they can put their shit out on this app and it will get way more views and way more traffic than if you went through Google ads or something else. They're mentioning the fact that people keep spending 90 minutes or more on the app. That is 90 minutes away from them manipulating you to do whatever they want you to do. Rather, that is you investing into another big pharma pill to solve your problem, buying another thing that's going to have you gain a lot of weight, or whatever the case may be, or even manipulating you into voting for certain people. There are literal news segments going around saying that they fear TikTok because they feel like that it will meddle into their elections. What do you think they mean when they say meddle into their elections? They're talking about the fact that you will not be able to be persuaded into the choice of candidates that they have presented in front of you. Voting is just an illusion and a game that they put on to keep you guys in check, to make you believe that you still have some kind of fucking voice, when clearly you don't. The bigger picture of this entire situation is that you have been manipulated through the media, through every kind of media. And TikTok has taken your attention away from that media that manipulates you, and now they are a fucking threat. What are you gonna do about that?
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Sir, I just want to say thank you.
You are pure, positive energy beings. You are God force in physical form. You are extensions of source energy, and life is supposed to be good for you. You are creators that flow the energy that creates worlds, and you are standing on the leading edge of thought. It is supposed to feel good for you. Life is supposed to be good to you.
Why should you care about being more present to the moment? Because when you're more present, there's less mental chatter, there's less self-judgment, there's less worrying about what other people think about me. When you are so in touch with your current experience, you become fused with it. And in that fusion, you actually begin to work with everything that is occurring in the moment. And when that happens, you're more likely to take the right actions at the right time and get a better result. Because you're so in tune, you're on the pulse, and you make choices and decisions in alignment with everything that is occurring. That is the power that is available to you right now.
It doesn't belong to us anymore. And you know, once something goes out in the world, it takes a life of its own. It's an energy of its own. I can tell you what woke means. Please. It just means being aware, being in alignment with nature. Because if you're in alignment with that, you're aware of everything that's going on. And it's not only in the political arena. That means with your health. That means in your relationships. That means in your home. That means in your car. It means in your sleep.